What up, y'all? I'm gonna do this video and I'm going to literally throw it together all at the same time. So I'm doing this video and then I'm gonna basically splice it all together and edit it and upload it. So it's gonna be a little rough. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. We recently moved, and it's been a pretty nightmare situation. I moved without taking any days off. So, as some of you know, I am a mental health professional. My actual job where I pay the bills is, it's kind of funny. I feel something in my hair, but I don't really know if there's anything. This is a creepy ass shed. We just recently moved. I'll go back to explaining this and I'll show you some of the wild shit in here. Yeah, it's a good situation. I'm really glad that we moved. It's a lot nicer house, but the stuff I'm about to tell you is nightmarish. Didn't take any days off because we just can't. Some people can't take days off. So we moved, and I was doing this between therapy sessions. I'm a mental health professional, as I said a few minutes ago, and I mean, it was great. We actually had a lot of help from my stepkids, which were wonderful. I thank them very, very much. But my fish room is a whole nother situation. I'm not going to ask anybody to help me move my fish room unless I actually have friends that are like in the hobby that are that close to me. I did have one of my friends who did help me. He helped a lot. Neil, thank you. He helped for 2 days. And it's a lot to ask. It really is. If anybody's ever moved a fish room, you know it's a lot of work. So it was a couple of days before October, which my birthday is October 1st, which is actually really funny because all of this horrible shit happened like right on my birthday. So moved the fish room. Neil helped a lot. The last 2 days he wasn't able to help. Like there was 2 days I actually was moving, and it was good because it was my days off. So it was nice that it was my days off. But I literally was awake from 5 o'clock in the morning, because that's what time I usually wake up, until 6 o'clock the next day. There was like 2 days. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But Sunday night, which my birthday is October 1st, which was, I believe, Monday. I'm done. I got everything moved. It's great. I'm coming home. It's 11:45 at night. This person rear ends me. It's just like, just the domino effect. Like, nothing horrible has happened yet. You know, like, me and Neil worked on getting the fish room broken down and moved over here, and that was all great. Finally moved into the new house, and it's a nice house. I really love it. My fish room is separated from the house, so my poor wife doesn't have to walk through that chaos every day. Because her thing, you know, we're both mental health professionals, so, I mean, you know, you gotta kind of give her some credit with that, because the old house, her office was right across from the fish room. And I am not a clean person. I am a mess. I am a nightmare when it comes to organization. So, bless her heart, she is so patient with me. So, I gotta say that. Going back to this crazy shit. So, I am by myself now. Neil has helped as much as he could. I'm all by myself, finishing up. It's 11:45. I get everything loaded into my car. I'm coming home. So where we used to live, over on 82nd, Portland, Oregon, a real busy area right off the freeway. Well, not the freeway, right off a pretty major road. Now I'm in Gresham. I'm coming off the freeway, pulling into Gresham. I can't remember the name of the road, but I'm literally coming right off the freeway. I'm like 6 minutes away from home. The car is loaded with fish. I've got 4 buckets, 4 or 5 gallon buckets of fish, 5 gallon buckets of water, right? 5 gallon buckets of fresh water and fish. And I'm at the stoplight at the intersection, right to turn into going into Lake Gresham. And this guy rear ends me. Doesn't bother to check to see if I'm okay. Nothing like that. This guy rear ends me and then just takes off. Oh, that was horrible. So, I don't know exactly what fish were in those buckets because it was such a rush to get everything broken down. But the very, very, very last tanks I took down was my 24 karat gold guppies. So my 24 karat gold guppies, as some of you know that have actually watched this YouTube channel, and I know like right now, this is a very new YouTube channel and I have like very little people who watch it. But thank you to those who do. 24 karat gold guppies are at my office, but the grow out tanks are at my home where I can spot feed brine shrimp. So I had 2 20-gallon tanks packed full of these fish, and they were all growing out, almost ready to go to the fish store. They're gone. All of them are dead. They're just gone. So that was some of them. Now, as I got the tanks set up in my new fish room, I'm starting to notice the fish that are missing. All of my wild type mollies, I had some Liberty mollies, I had some Chico mollies, I had some sailfin mollies, and then I just had some other fish that were just like, they're just missing. A lot of my mollies are missing. So I had so many of these domestic type mollies that I was also raising for the local fish store because that was like my bread and butter fish. Those are all gone, which that's not a real big deal. Those are like, $4 to replace, and they're easy to replace. But the babies, it's just like, I don't even know. All the babies are gone. The 24 karat gold guppies, that was a lot of money. And I was putting so much time and so much investment into that. 4 buckets of fish gone. Car was totaled. Guy didn't bother to stop to check in on me. But the good news is my wife is super awesome. And she like within that week, just a couple days later, she got me a new car. Not a super new car, but a very, very nice car. Better than hers, which is funny to say. But yeah, so the insurance company, because I did have full coverage insurance, so that was okay. But still, I want to say a whole bunch of horrible things about the guy who rear-ended me. But I'm not going to waste my time and energy on that. Anyways, I know I'm rambling. It's been a long week. So here we are now. This is the new house. I haven't done any videos because everything has just been a shit show. I don't take any time off, so I'm literally doing all of this between sessions. Today was a nice day because it was pretty laxed. So I'm in my shed. The shed has 2 dividers. So one side is the shed, the other side is the fish room. Okay, so I'm in my shed right now, so I want to show you guys what this is. So I'm going to take the video off of myself. Long story short, about the fish. I still have my 24 karat gold guppies at the office. I lost all of my babies, but I'm growing out more babies because, guppies, man. They have a lot of babies. But it's just a drag. And supposedly I'm going to be able to get some more Liberty mollies because the wet spot, I live here in Portland, Oregon. The wet spot does have Liberty mollies, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I can get some more of those, and I'll just work on building up my molly tank. But I'm going to talk more about that here in a little bit. I just want to show you guys this crazy, creepy ass shed where I'm literally showing you guys my mess. But let me tell you right now, it is not as bad as it was. I took a lot of time off of videoing because I didn't want to show you guys this horrible shit show in here. But let me show you this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. I'm going to start it again, but it's not going to be on me. It's going to be on whatever I want to show you guys. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Okay, so this is the shed. And I do the shed. Okay, so my reverse osmosis system. This is the way I have everything set up now. So this is my 35-gallon garbage can, Rubbermaid, of my reverse osmosis system. This is the water that will be coming back into it. And I actually have the reverse osmosis system, so it is actually running right now. Reverse osmosis takes forever. Wait for it, wait for it. There you go. Anyways, this will be running all night long. Check it out. This is creepy. So fucking creepy. Yeah. And there's rats. There's rats in here. I have seen 3 rats in here. And that's a problem because, you know, when you've got fish, you've got fish food. So I am going to be cleaning this whole area. I know I'm showing you guys some disgusting things. Yes, that's rat poop. And I have seen a rat run across that beam. And one day I came in here. This is not my house. We're renting this place. I saw a rat. I came in here. A rat was like frozen right there. And as soon as I looked at it, it ran down that beam. So I do need to work on that. I'm going to figure this out. I am making sure I don't have any fish food in here because I don't want rats eating my fish food. But yeah, this is definitely a work in progress. We've only been here for a month, guys. And like I said, I don't take any days off. I have been doing all of this between sessions. So, my clients come first. This comes second or third. Family comes first. It's in there somewhere. Anyways, okay. Just to show you guys, I'm still trying to figure all this out. This is my good water, and I will be putting a lid on this. I just did this today. I just set this up today. In fact, you know what? Let's grab the lid right now. This is my new house. We will buy a house eventually. We will buy a house eventually. It will happen. Such a nice place. So much better than where we used to live over on 82nd. Down Portland, Oregon, 82nd. If anybody lives in the area, they know what I'm talking about. We literally had a homicide across the street. All right. Yep. Oh yeah, to tell you guys some more horrible shit about my move here. So the guy rear ends me. I lose all my fish. That's not even my birthday. That's like the night before my birthday. 2 days later. 2 days later. My dog gets out of the house. Gets out underneath the fence. Because we have like a fenced in yard, right? It's all nicely fenced in. But I didn't know it, but there's like a little hole. There's a little hole underneath that gate over there. And my dog squeezed underneath it. And I go looking for my dog. And can't find my dog. A couple days later, still looking for my dog. Yeah, I'm pretty like, I'm freaking out. I'm totally freaking out. The lady across the street. Here, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video so you guys can see me and I'll tell you the story. Okay, so here it is. My dog's missing. I go calling, looking for my dog. And 2 days later, 2 days, I get back from my office. So downtown, so I actually have an office where I see clients in person. So I'm downtown. I come home, it's like 7:30 at night, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and call. Jimbo, that's my dog's name. Lady across, like right at an angle across the street. She holds up this cat. She like grabs this cat that she has in the house. She comes outside. She's like, oh my gosh, is this your cat? And I'm like, do you have my dog? So I'm like super excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, do you have my dog? And she's like, I had a dog. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you have my dog. So I'm like super excited. And she's like, yes, I had a dog the other day. I brought him to the senior living facility where I work, and I gave him to this guy named Larry. I'm like, oh, that's not good. That's really bad because my dog needs a lot of attention, and he can't be left by himself, and he has a lot of health problems. So she's like, well, there's this elderly guy, has always wanted a smaller dog, and I gave him to him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, well, can you get him back? I'll go and get this guy a dog. I will get this guy a dog that will be more suitable for him, that's not going to cause all these problems. So, long story short, we talk a little bit. I'm not mad at her. I'm just happy to get my dog back. Like, that's my thing. I just want my dog back. So she's like, I will go and see if I can get your dog right now. So it's like 7:30 at night. It's not too late. So she tries to go and get the dog, but the guy's already settled down, going to sleep. And the dog's only been gone for like this has only been like a night. Like I lost the dog the day before. This is the next day. So she comes back and she says, the guy's asleep, can't get the dog right now. First thing in the morning, we're going to get the dog back. So first thing in the morning comes and goes. I go to get the dog, and she's totally cool. We go to get the dog, and the guy is sitting having breakfast. But here's the thing about my dog. You can't leave my dog by himself. You just can't. He goes berserk. I have gone to the bathroom at my office and left my dog in my office by himself for like less than 5 minutes. He has jumped on my desk, knocked over my clock, knocked over some other stuff. He just gets into all kinds. He completely loses his mind if you leave him by himself. And he eats anything. He will just, anything that he finds, he will eat. He was living on the streets for a couple of weeks before we got him. It's a long story short, long story how we got him. I'm not even going to get into that, but he was living on the streets before we got him. Somebody found him wandering around, and they just picked him up and posted up on one of these Facebook shopping channels and the chat. You know how people will talk in the chats. Like right now, you know how we have like the chats in YouTube. It's the same thing in these Facebook shopping channels. And my wife was in there, and that's how we got the dog. And we get the dog back, and he's like, "Oh, it's my other owner now, because I have two owners. I have this guy who left me all by myself in the room while he went and had breakfast." Because when I got to the senior living facility, I'm sorry guys if I'm all over the place and you're not able to follow me. I get to the senior living facility, I am going to meet the guy, he's waiting for breakfast, and I'm like, "Oh, where's the dog?" And he's like, "Oh, I had to leave him in the room because we can't bring a dog up here." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to sound disrespectful. So I'm not going to say anything because what's it going to do anyways, because, he's up here already and the dog's by himself in the room." So they go to get the dog, and they're gone for a while. Like, this guy is gone for a while, and the room's just downstairs. I think it's a good 15, 20 minutes. And I'm sitting there with like 3 or 4 other people. I don't know any of these people. It's a little awkward, a little weird. I'm the guy who abandoned the dog, and I'm back to steal the guy's dog back. It's like, that's who I am. So I don't think these people like me all that much. But little do they know, I know this dog very well, and it's the last dog anybody wants because he's very expensive. He has to get groomed every week. He's got a lot of medical problems, so on and so forth. So the dog's downstairs in the room all by himself. I am assuming that he has destroyed the room and he's torn up the trash. And I'm guessing he probably ate a whole bunch of stuff. Because I get him back and he's sick. He's very, very sick. He's crying all day long and he's whining all day long. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with him. The next day, I'm trying to get him into a vet, and he ends up dying. And I'm just like, I can't even tell you how horrible this was. This is not just a normal dog. This is a dog that I bring to my office with me. He is with me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He's always right by my side. So not only I lost this dog, but all of my clients also lost this dog. And it's just so horrible because I'm not mad at the lady. I gotta say, it's pretty insane to get a dog and only have him for a couple of hours and decide just to give him away to somebody at a senior living facility and you don't know anything about the dog. The dog gets groomed every month. I take him to a groomer every month. So I just think this lady had some type of thing going on cognitively, and she's just not all there. Bless her heart. I'm not mad at her. I just figure a situation like that, there's just got to be something up with her. So this poor guy at the senior living facility gets this dog, and he's just a sweetheart of a dog, but at the same time, he left him all by himself in the room, and I'm sure the poor dog got into something and ate something, because he literally died a couple hours later. And he was very, very sick and throwing up, and I tried to get him into a vet. I was going to take him to a vet, and he ended up dying. Had to break it all down to my clients, because I bring him with me to my sessions, and my client's like, oh, where's the dog? One of my clients, I swear, oh my gosh, it was one of the hardest things. As a therapist, there's this weird thing. There's this really weird thing. You're not supposed to cry in front of your clients, because you don't want to take the attention away from your clients. You don't want your clients to worry about you. And this guy said, where's Jimbo? And I'm like, then I start to kind of tell him, and like right now I'm just kind of like throwing things out to you guys, because it's been more than a month, and honestly, I had a rum and coke, so I'm feeling a little, but yeah, like this guy, like I'm telling him what happened, and he, like, I could see like the mannerism change in his face, and the body language changed, and he's like, oh, but he was my little buddy too. And I was like, oh my God, that was it. That was it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm trying to keep my crap together. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to, like, keep the focus. And I'm like, no, it ain't happening. It is not going to happen. I lost it. I started crying. He was crying. And I'm like, this is a violent offender. This is a client that has like a history of violence and shit. And it's like, here's this old school gutter punk therapist, me. And here's this client. And we're just like completely bawling like a bunch of little kids. Oh man. But anyways, yeah, so that was my birthday, guys. That was my birthday just a couple of weeks ago. October 1st. So anyways, yeah. So domino effect, fish room, all of my fish. I have lost a lot of fish. The 4 buckets getting dumped, I lost those fish. And then just little by little, I lost fish over time. I'm not going to get into all that. But here we are in the fish room. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the fish room now. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on here, because I am working on setting this up to where I do not have to... I'm working on where I don't have to do a whole lot of crazy stuff in here. Like, pouring water in the buckets, and then pouring buckets in the aquariums. But I mean, I've been working on these fish tanks, so some of them are dirty, but I'm going to show you guys these tanks right now. All right, I'm going to end this little part, but we're going to come right back. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this. So up there in the corner, that is my air pump. So there is a line. So there's an air pump. There's the PVC pipe going all the way across. Look at these little valves, these little pressure valves to leak some air, so I don't have any back pressure, because back pressure will destroy your pumps. So it goes all the way across. Now, originally, when I first when we first moved in here, I was only gonna have 2 racks. So I was gonna have this rack here, this rack, and that rack there. My wife is amazing. She bought me 4 brand new 40-gallon tanks. No, wait, let me take that back. She bought me 3. She bought me 3 brand new 40-gallon tanks. So she bought me these 3 brand new 40-gallon tanks. That one, and that one. And she bought me 2 75-gallon tanks. That one and that one. Hold on. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. she bought me 4 40-gallon tanks. So she bought me 4 brand new 40-gallon tanks. And then she bought me 4 20-gallon tanks. So that one, that one, that one, that one. And then I smuggled some of my old ones in. So it might have been more than that. But, so, putting everything together, it did not fit. I'm laughing. Okay, so we got these tanks all set up, or we got the racks. We got these 2 racks. So 1, 2, or actually, should I say 1, 2. So we got the 2 racks set up, and lo and behold, they don't fit because the measurements weren't correct. I can't remember specifically what happened, but these were just not the right measurements, and all of these tanks wouldn't fit. And she was not the happiest camper because these are not cheap racks. These are Costco. We purchased these at Costco. You guys can look them up. I know you guys are going to be like, oh my God, you privileged bastard, you. Everything is so damn expensive. This is my self-care, guys. Some people play golf. Some people play video games. So you just figure out how much does it cost to buy video games, all your high-speed internet or whatever it is. This is my self-care. So, yeah. I'm not trying to say, because I know this is very expensive stuff. So these 3 racks, I already had the 2. My wife bought me the other one. So I got all these brand new fish tanks, and then also the extra rack. Honestly, she was not the happiest person because, yeah. So we got the racks. Okay, so now going back to my airline. So I got the airline set up before I put the fish on there, before I put the racks up, the tanks, before I got the tanks. So originally it was just gonna go straight, and then it went from that corner, so I cut it and I redid this other thing. So I went from there straight to there. So it was just this triangle shaped thing. But we had that little problem where some of these aquariums wouldn't fit. So I added the other one. And let me explain to you how this works. Now, when you do an airline system, you want a continuous flow of air. You do not want the air to go to a dead stop. You want the air to have a continuous flow. I'm going to do some more videos on all of this later down the road, but for right now, I'm just going to try my best to verbally explain to you how this works. So, if you have a brick wall that the air is going to flow into, that is really hard on your air pump, and it will burn up your air pump. We're talking about the I can't think of what these things are called, these air pumps. Piston air pumps? Piston? Something like that? These type of air pumps. These are like $200 to $300 air pumps. I bought that one on OfferUp for $75, and it was only used once. So anyways, so what I did was I cut it. So I turned off the air. I had the air off for 24 hours. It wasn't that bad. I have a lot of plants in my fish tanks. So have a lot of plants in your fish tanks. You could do this. So I cut the pipe here because it was going straight to there. And then I created this weird 8-shape loop. So it goes from here to there, around the corner, back to here. And then, then it goes straight back to the air pump. So I've got a continuous loop, plus I got these things here. So if I have to release some pressure, I have a bunch of these. I got one there, one there, one there. Anyways, okay, so that's the air system. All of my fish tanks are running air systems. Okay, so what else can I show you guys? Okay, so this is my saltwater setup. What is it? It is a nightmare. It's a mess. It has a spider in it. Hello, little spider. Look at the guy. So I just brought these tanks in here. Okay, so let me show you this. So this is the saltwater tank that is still going. I am not really going to be talking a whole lot about this because it is horrible, but the good news is it is still functioning. So, I mean, everything's dead. It's functioning, but everything's dead. There is, you can see like a bumblebee. I think that's a bumblebee snail. What is that called? I think it's a bumblebee snail. I know. I'm showing you guys a lot of bad shit. But this is what happens when you move. When you move and you don't have time to take time off, it's just a domino effect. Everything just turns to shit. So, my really big saltwater tank cracked because I tried to move it myself because I didn't have any help. So I lost it. This is my sump. And it also cracked. Check it out, guys. I got a little bitty leak. Look at that. It's like a pinhole leak. You can't really see it right now, but there's a little tiny dot of water down there. So, I don't know, man. I could probably fix it. I don't know what to do. But you see the pin cushion is still alive. There's another, I don't know. I'm going to see what corals are alive in there. But my goal, I'll tell you guys what I want to do. You see the other tank here? So the other one on the side. I got a hole drilled in there, and I got a hole drilled in the back. So I got a hole there, and a hole there. So I'm going to do the same thing with this tank. The one that my hand's on and the spider's in. I don't think the spider's going to live through this, but I'm probably going to let the spider go loose in here so it can keep bugs out. But anyways, back to this. Okay, there's going to be some work on these tanks because these tanks have some problems. The plastic on the top is all cracked, but I'm going to reseal it. I'm going to put some glass over the top. So I'm going to seal it with some glass over the top. You know, little panel of glass to keep it from falling apart. And I am going to daisy chain 3 or 4 tanks together. And I am going to grow a couple of corals. I'm going to try doing some corals. But my big thing is peppermint shrimp. I'm going to breed peppermint shrimp because I think that would be super cool. So saltwater peppermint shrimp. Now, as I mentioned, the nightmare situation. I lost a lot of fish. So what I'm going to do, because we don't own this house, we're not going to be here forever. So what I'm going to do, plus this is not a permanent place to breed fish. This is a shed. And the entire thing is plywood. As you guys can see, this is a horrible situation. I don't even know how long I could actually do this in here. I spilled some water in here earlier, that's why it looks so wet. But honestly, I don't really know how long this would last. Plywood, pretty thick plywood, but at the same time, it's still plywood. So this is not something that is long term. So yeah, maybe a year or two, I hope. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The plan is to buy a house in a year or two, and then have a actual fish room with concrete floor and so on and so forth. But right now, because I'm kind of starting from scratch, I am going to focus on killifish and easy live bearers to breed, like mollies, wild type mollies, some godaids, and I do have some endlers. I can't remember these guys' name, but I just got these guys. And then, of course, I got the Japanese blues over here. So, I also got... Yeah, so, this tank down here... Okay, so I'll just tell you, I don't have the fish yet, but I'm working on setting the tanks up. This tank down here, you guys can see the rocks. I got a lot of rocks. That's going to be Hillstream loaches. So, tune in in the future, Hillstream Loaches. Let's see. Yeah, some different wild type mollies. Like this tank is this is my garden tank. I got all these little terracotta pots, as you guys can see. And the little plastic pots that I can pull out and bring to the fish stores. I mean, I've been working on putting all this stuff together, so everything looks like shit, but give me some time. You guys will be able to see what is coming around the corner. So this is the 24 karat gold grow out tank. These guys don't look like anything yet, but they are just babies. I just got them from my office. So give them time, they'll start looking more like something. Live food. I got live food. I got this is my, I had this outside. Because this whole room was a disaster. Couldn't even walk in here earlier today. So this is my compost. This is earthworms. The red wigglers, not really earthworms. They are. They're in the same family. Green water. This is green water. Live food cultures. I got one of these has Daphnia in it. The other one has other types of scuds and freshwater copepods, other things like that. This has got some Infusoria in it. I'm gonna have different types of live food in here. I got black worms over in that tank over there. This has got some more green water and some Daphnia in this that I dumped because I didn't have any place. The green water was about to crash. You guys can see how dark that green water is at the bottom. This entire thing is full of vinegar eels. That is full of vinegar eels. There is so many vinegar eels in there. I took a little sample of that the other day and took a look at it really close up, and it is just crawling with vinegar eels. It's a 5-gallon bucket full of vinegar eels, guys. It's insane. I should probably air it out a little bit. These guys are just invincible, like so disgusting. So disgusting. But I guess I need to keep them because I am getting more keely fish. Because keely fish are just going to be easier to move than all this other stuff. This is one of my keely fish. I'm going to give you guys more detail later on what's going on in here, but so I got a keely fish back there. That's the male. It's only had him for 2 days. Come on. Stop wanting to focus. I'm not going to show you guys a whole bunch of stuff right now because these tanks are a shit show. The only tanks that actually are easy, that kind of, you know, like this is my Midnight Rams. Come on. Alright, so yeah, I'm trying to think, what else should I tell you guys? I don't know. But, yeah, so the main focus is the fact that I don't want to have to move again and have to deal with the same thing that I had to deal with because it was such a nightmare. So I'm going to try to keep things as simple as possible. But at the same time, not standing still. So I'm gonna focus more on specific fish, which are the live bears and the keely fish. So yeah, I don't know. I got some good daids that I'm gonna special order. I found a guy that lives in Hawaii that has some good daids that I really like. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm tired, guys. It's been a long day. But yeah, I've been here for about a month and a half now, guys. About a month and a half. So let's catch that spider. You guys want to catch that? You guys want to catch? I'm like Mr. Rogers. Hey, everybody, let's go over here and get that spider. I don't think Mr. Rogers ever did anything like that. But let's get that spider and let's put that spider somewhere because I am going to drill this tank. And I'm not going to do it today, but I'm going to drill this tank and I'm going to connect those two tanks. And then I'm going to decide if I want to save that other tank or if I just want to trash it. I got the tank outside that also has some little chips in it. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to trash that one or not, but yeah, so let's go ahead and get that spider. What should I use to catch that spider? Jar. Yeah. Speaking of jar, this is what I was using to get this water out of this thing here, because, yeah, look at all that. There's nothing in this tank right now. So I'm not taking any chances on crashing whatever's in there. But I'm sure the pH is going to be crazy low because it's rainwater, although it's rainwater soaked in all this, so who knows what the pH is. Oh man, I don't know, this is probably a bad idea to catch a spider in this jar. Not a whole lot of room for air in this thing. I just don't want him. I mean, he's got a nice little nest, but this is a fish tank, and it's gonna have fish in it one day. So I don't think he's gonna want to stand there with fish in it. But pretty big spider. Okay, let's see. That's it's like a, I don't know, it's a normal common house spider, probably. There we go. Big guy. Go ahead and get focused up here. Ah! Huh. Alright. I hate to do this. It might have eggs in there. Wow, that's a really tough web. Whoa, that is a really tough web. Yeah, he does have eggs in there. There you go. Let's put you... I don't know if these are going to actually... I don't know. Do you count eggs when you do this? Let's put the eggs down here. Let's put them... My avocado tree. Put them in there. Little baby spiders in the avocado tree. You know, I mean, honestly, now that I've messed with this thing, it'll probably, like... See if I can find him so you guys can see. There you are. Ah, my wife is calling me. I'll call her back in a minute. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I think, honestly, I don't think the spider's gonna hang out here. I think it's gonna run away. Because I'm messing with it so much, it's not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll be cool living here. There it goes. And you're gone. Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna leave the spider alone. There's all kinds of food for it around here. Lots and lots of things for it to do. So, there we go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be doing videos again regularly like I used to. I should come up with a cool nickname for this fish room. Oh. It's gonna be a good year. It's been kind of a shit show right now, but I got a lot of plans. And you know, these plants, this is gonna be I'm really, considering the equipment I have, it's kind of crazy. I got a really nice Milwaukee. See this, guys? Look at this. Like look at that. I got a really nice Milwaukee pH doser, pH monitor doser, and then I got this up here. This oh man. Okay, yeah, Aquarium Co-op fish food fertilizer. But then I got this thing here. See this right here, guys? This is my other doser. Kamar. This is a really nice little doser. So I got it right here. Little tiny bit of fish food, or I keep saying fish food. Little tiny bit of fertilizer every day. And then I also have my CO2 system. See, I got my CO2 system over here. So, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot going on in here. Then I've got my amazing Starburst G that I got from the Masonic Lodge. If you guys have any questions about that, I can always answer questions. Look at this craziness. Look at this craziness. Okay, so this is going to be my new grow out tank. I'm literally ending this video, but look at all these guppies, all these Endler guppies. I need to get rid of these guys. And then I also have these platies. So what I want to do, the platies, I'm going to take the platies, and I'm going to move them to this tank. This tank is only going to be swordtails and platies. Those red fish back there, those are, I'm guessing, female swordtails, because they don't have any swords coming off yet. I don't know if that's going to be a platy. I don't know if that's a platy or a molly. I got to take another look at them. But I really like the way the tail is. So I really need to start working on some of these. These are all like live bearers. So, I mean, I got a lot going on here. I just need to do like a little bit of like separating. So this tank needs to be just swordtails. That's my goal. Only swordtails. And, of course, my plants. Okay, I gotta go to bed, guys. I'm sure my wife is wondering what happened to me. She doesn't know what I'm doing. She doesn't know I'm doing this video. But there's a lot. There's a lot going on in here, and I really need to work on it. Like this guy here. I don't know what to do with this guy. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. But it's another tank that I need to figure out what to do with, guys. But anyways, if you do watch these videos, can you please click like and subscribe? I don't have anybody. At this time right now, I know this is a pretty new YouTube channel. I don't have anyone that has been clicking like or subscribe on these. But I'll tell you all about the crazy shit going on in here. I'll tell you about these homemade filters that I made. And these are like these crazy PVC filters I made. But yeah, I'll be working on all that. So you guys can kind of understand a little more of what's going on. But yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. No, oh, I think I see it.
No, sir. That's Mom's.
Oh yeah, it's right there, babe.
Where?
It's right behind this.
It's behind that one?
It's behind that one, yeah.